The Blues Break. Blues Break. Big number one. Number one.
Cold chills, cold chills run over me when I see my baby walking and I hear my baby talking. When I see my baby walk and I hear my baby talking. Cold chills run over me when she called me on the phone and said, Johnny, I'm all alone. When she called me on the phone, said, Johnny, I'm all alone. Cold chills run over me.
Blues America will be right back.
Blues America is supported by Record High Vinyl Store in Phoenix, the place for serious music fans and vinyl collectors to find large quantities of first pressings, limited editions, box sets, audiophile, and vintage catalog, including blues, soul, jazz. They buy, sell, and trade, and offer vinyl cleaning and flattening service. Visit the store, located at 4242 East University Drive in Phoenix, or for more online at recordhighinphoenix.com. Like them on Facebook. Record High in Phoenix. Experience one of the last great record stores.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Blues America is supported by the Rhythm Room. The world famous and historical Rhythm Room Concert Club is Arizona's premier blues hotspot, hosting nightly live music. Located at 1019 East Indian School Road in Phoenix and online at www.rhythmroom.com.
Damn right we got the blues. Blues America. Right now.
Blues America is supported by the Southwest Musical Arts Foundation.
Hiya. If you just turned this thing on, let me tell you what you're doing. You're listening to Blues America, and I'm your host, Drew Verbis. I'm hanging out at the Chico Chisholm Memorial Studio in Phoenix at 4242 East University Drive, live with today's special guest, Chicago's adopted son, Rockin Johnny. If you missed anything, that's okay. Just press rewind on the streaming media feed online now at bluesamerica.com, iTunes, or PRX, Public Radio Exchange. Johnny, before the break, you started talking about your meeting with Delmark owner Bob Kester, and he asked you if you could put some more soul into your first record. And I think I know what that means.
Yeah. Can I, so it's like, well, I can get Tail Dragger, I can get Sam Lay, and I can get Robert Plunkett, and it's like, that's great. And I think that's some of the best Tail Dragger out there. I really do. There's a lot of good Tail Dragger recordings, but I really like that one.
He's so raw. Because his stuff is so good. You know?
And having Sam Lay on it was great. And,
I love Sam Lay.
And I never mentioned that, like, for 2 years I toured with Sam during, previous to that. And, we had a good relationship, and he's a great drummer. So
Sam Lay's a great guy. He'd say to me, man, you must have studied the history book on the blues. And, of course, this was the days before the internet. But he has a real appreciation for young people who love the blues.
He did. Yeah. And he knew exactly what he wanted. And I learned a lot. One thing I learned from Sam is just the importance of picking the right repertoire for you. And because Sam had played with so many people and done so much, and his show was kind of like a little tour through his resume, through the high points. It was like a tour through the bullet points of his resume. And everything on it showcased something cool and interesting and exciting about Sam. And his show was, made him look like $1 million. And that's what I learned from Sam, and that's what I've tried to do with that's what Greetings from Greaseland does.
From our perspective, outside of the Chicago area, Rockin Johnny Band became almost like the house band for the area. Is there any accuracy in that and how we perceive that from our standpoint?
Well, I think for the traditional stuff, we definitely, we were playing every night. We were playing with good guys. We were playing with, it was even validated by outside artists such as like Paul DeLay, and there was Little Arthur, Tail Dragger, Mary Lane. We were pretty much everywhere all the time. And in Chicago, I had a regular Thursday. For about a year or so, I had a regular Wednesday. I had a regular Sunday for years and years on the west side. I had the regular Monday. And Friday and Saturday, I was somewhere with one of these artists, So, and then we always hosted the Delmark Blues Brunch. Yeah. And that was awesome, I
loved it.
Yeah. And we played with everyone, just one after another, Willie Kent, whatever, Yep. So it was really fun. And, that era has passed, most of all those people are dead or they're not as active. And, there's a time and place for everything. And it's time for me to, I kind of wish that I had, I remember Linwood Slim. He lived in Chicago for a while. And it was right around the time my first CD. And he'd go, man, what you need to do is get you a van and get out of town, and he had a point, he had a point, but I didn't do that. I was playing 5-6 nights a week in town. Yeah. So, maybe I should have traveled more back then, but, I did go out to the Midwest. I did some tours of Europe, but yeah, I was kind of the go-to Chicago guy, and there was so much work and opportunities and things happening in Chicago all the time that's what I was doing.
Was the Grim Reaper album, was that your last one on Delmark?
Yes.
You co-wrote the song Grim Reaper, and you had a couple other songs on there you wrote. It's Expensive to Be Broke, which was, I love that one.
Thanks. Plus, it has a Christmas song, so...
Shoe Leather and Tire Rubber. Party This Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's a good record. It's a good CD. And, it got to number 7 on the blues charts, I guess, so it's pretty good. And I came back in 2009, and I did a self-produced CD called Now's the Time.
Yep.
And then I did Grim Reaper, and then I did a Willie Buck CD that I produced, which actually got the number 1 on the blues radio thing. I couldn't believe that.
Oh, was that the Telephone Man?
Cell Phone Man.
Cell Phone. Yeah, that's a great. Oh, you produced that one.
Yeah, I produced
that's
it.
a great
and I
one.
played on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was me and Rick Crayer. It was basically my band, and then I had either Bharith Rajakumar on harp, and then Martin played some harmonica, Martin Lang, and then this year I did Greaseland, and I did Martin's CD, and also when I came back in 2009, I did the Tail Dragger Live DVD. So I've been back for 6 years, and I've been on 6 CDs. I quit back in like 2000 or so, 2001, thereabouts, somewhere in there. I came back in 2009. So, yeah, I quit for about 8 years.
This is Blues America Radio with special guest from Chicago, Rockin Johnny. Johnny, so many of these young blues artists today mix their music heavily with rock and R&B and punk, and they call it roadhouse or contemporary or progressive, and almost to the point now where traditional Chicago blues is starting to become somehow like extreme purist blues. Are you ever tempted to play like this, and is this even moving the blues forward at all?
I'm more in the straight Chicago blues category, because you gotta have a brand and an identity, and say who you are and do what feels right. And honestly, the more hybrid, I guess you could call it a hybridized style, I don't know that it's really... You always hear the argument, gee, it's moving the music forward, it's evolving, blah, blah. Really, to me, it's like diminishing the identity of it, A. And B, it's moving it from one point in the past to another point in the past. It actually... It didn't move it into the future. Right. It rearranged it in its place in the past. And but really, that doesn't matter. If that's what they want to do, and it says something to them, that's cool. But that doesn't express me and who I am, and what formed me as an artist and a musician, and what's interesting to me. I mean, I'm even admired like more in the past. Like, like for fun, I go out and listen to the guys who play like Django Reinhardt. I'm into that stuff. I like Django's electric stuff. I'm into that stuff. But I think like players like Luther Tucker and Earl Hooker, their stuff sounds pretty modern to me. And to me, there's like many doors that are opened and that haven't been like gone through yet. And that's kind of my thing, is really Earl Hooker and Luther Tucker. And but I just I like performing. I mean, I don't like writing songs. I don't like being in the studio. I like doing gigs.
Yeah.
I mean, musicians were put on the world to do gigs, and it's pretty much for the most part, And I will go anywhere to do a good gig, I'll go from, and that's what I like, and the creative part of it is like, it's between you and the audience in that moment,
So if I'm describing Rockin Johnny to somebody, and I introduce you as a guitar player, how would you critique yourself as a guitar player?
Modern Chicago blues. Cadillac Zach, the promoter in L.A., he always called me the new modern king of West Side blues or whatever. But even calling it West Side blues kind of puts you in a bag that's not even, it's maybe something of a false dichotomy. But modern Chicago blues, I mean, because you got to put Chicago blues because you know it got the harp, and then it's